Hey, it is your buddy Peace and Harmony with you here today, and we're going to zoom in and focus in a little bit more in depth on the red flags of healing after a narcissist or a psychopathic relationship. You've perhaps come through, months, weeks, decades, or multiple relationships with a sort of emotional hurt. Manipulative hurt. And so we're going to really focus in on some red flags of healing through that. And before we get started, I just want to give a huge shout out. I have had a number of people who've said that the feeds, the alerts for the videos are not coming in their news feed or alert, or their subscription has been inadvertently deleted. And so what I advise you, I think it's per the algorithms of YouTube, once in a while, you need to click on the ads, click a thumbs up, or make a comment. Other words, YouTube will purge the news feed, the alert, or the subscription itself. So they just go through kind of a purge process. So you need to click on the ads just to show some sort of interaction, and that will keep everything intact for you. So I hope that tip helps and keep you in tune here with the Peace and Harmony channel. So I want to zoom in and focus in a little bit more in depth on the red flags of healing after a narcissist relationship. And number one is your emotional state. You're experiencing a greater degree of emotional mastery. You're no longer plummeting into fits of depression, fits of rage or anger, getting impatient or frustrated as easily. When you launch into these negative emotional states, it's because part of it is tapping into the feeling that you are not good enough, you are not worthy, you are not deserving of a positive emotional state. So way back in the origins of the relationship, it must have been embedded or part of the blueprint of the experience. The seed of the experience was that you do not deserve to be at a state of peace, bliss, happiness, joy, or calm. You don't deserve to have a sense of personal power or voice, especially at this moment. So that experience was implanted in you that you cannot handle it or you do not deserve it. You are not worthy. You are not autonomous. You are not self-governing. You are not industrious enough. In other words, you don't have what it takes. Somewhere along the line, you had been told or believed this in the core of yourself, whether you admit it out loud or admit it just to the dark recesses of your own privacy, is that somewhere along the line, you were taught or instructed or received the wrong message that you are not worthy, that you don't deserve to be in a positive space, in that it was only for the few, and it could have been for this other person and this other person, the narcissist, the psychopath, etc., and not meant for you. So part of you is then operating on this self-belief that happiness is not for me. I need to stay in a state of anger. I don't deserve to be heard. I cannot be heard. I must maintain my significance by bringing negative attention on me. Or I can only get attention, I will always be criticized. The flaw will always be found in me, so I will feel a sense of crippling depression, crippling anxiety, and I won't be able to think through it because I am not good enough. I am too short, I'm too tall, I'm too skinny, I'm too fat, I'm too white, I'm too black, I'm too yellow, I'm too brown, I'm too pink, whatever it is. My hair is this, my fingernails are that, my feet are this, my shoulders are whatever. Whatever the, erroneous message that someone had manipulated with you to keep you in a state of diminished or minimized state to elevate them, either you had to adapt to that in order to survive, you had to believe that, you had to adapt that as a belief or what is known as a defense mechanism in order to survive that relationship. In other words, okay, you're right, I am too short, I am too tall, I am too white, I'm too black, I'm too smart, I'm too dumb, I'm too emotional, and you had to adapt that in a negative way. So you carried with you now this seed of negative self-worth, or what we call in the realm of psychology, negative self-validation. So you're wearing this on you like part of your DNA. I mean, it is in all of your cells. I mean, it is in 100%. So that is what is going on, and why, if you, the red flags then of the healing are you're able to identify that and rid that, you now have ridded that of your emotional content. You now are experiencing a state of calm, that you're now, you've purged that out. You've gotten it, extracted it, and understood the source and the reasoning why, and that you realize that that is no longer who you are. You have now corrected the system. You're feeling a state of peace and calm and joy because you deserve it, because you want it, because you are it, and you are in the present. You're finding yourself more in the present now, rather than replaying all these memories, these pixels, these broken up magazine articles that are tattered at the edges. Look, I should be angry. Let me hold up this old newspaper clipping. Look, I should be depressed. Look at this old pixel tape of this old picture that I'm holding onto, because this is who I am. This is my memory. This is my legacy. This is who I am. I'm allowing this to anchor me and project and anchor my future, so my future can never become anything more than what it is, because I have an anchor from the past. I'm throwing an anchor to the future, and I am just anchored. So you are stopping that mindset. You're stopping that perspective. You have it all the way behind you. It is never, you're completely let it go. You've completely gotten rid of it, and it's way in the past, where you never ever need to dig it up again to get you into a present, happy, bliss, secure state. You're able to smile without afraid of your face being slapped. You're able to laugh without feeling like someone punching you. You're able to go on a date without feeling like this person is sinister or evil or manipulative. You're able to talk to people and protect your own sense of self-trust. You're able to be accountable for your emotions, and you're able to see when the crest of those feelings arise, and you're able to push the stop button. You're saying, nope, sorry, that negative emotion, that negative thought pattern, which is coming, that is no longer for me. I'm dispelling that. I'm dissolving that now. Out of here, gone, adios, bye, whatever it is, baby, bye, out of here, adios, 100%. And that stuff is not hiding in me. It's not hiding in my DNA. It's not hiding in my future. It's completely done a deep exorcism, if you will, of all of that energy. So the energy is no longer triggering my DNA in the negative way, where now my thoughts are no longer positive, because they're triggered on a more positive, peaceful, harmonious, joyous I am and experience in the DNA, in your cells, that are now triggering the health and the happiness and the joy, and they're no longer getting tense. They're no longer getting the crippling anxiety. They're no longer getting the obsessive tensions that have launched into my day. I'm now comfortable releasing them, and I'm comfortable and accepting and embracing and loving and responsible and accountable of the positive state. So that is a true red flag of healing, when you're able to give yourself that and identify that and know that your thoughts can, it's even the awareness that your thoughts, your feelings, your cognitions, and your emotions are calm and in your body in the present, and that you're keeping that mindfulness with you towards your future. And then all that creeping up is just that. It is just creepy, which is kind of a very interesting term here I find very common on the channels, that people say that person was creepy, this was scary, this was horrible. It's no longer horrifying you. It's no longer creeping you out. It's no longer perturbing you. It's, basically it's just crumbled up and thrown out like a postage stamp that you can't use anymore. It's no longer good. It's no longer valid. It's no longer getting you anywhere. That is a true red flag of your healing. It is your buddy, Peace and Harmony, with you here today. And if you still need to get there, amen. That's what we're still working on. But look for those red flags of your healing and wave them proudly. Do the victory stance, do the happy dance, do the I am. Go ahead and smile and be liberated, and know that life, love is here and trust is here to support you in that, you have to give it a chance. Please share, please subscribe. Much love to the Empowered Harmonizers.